Hello dosto, welcome to my channel and today we discuss how to start a clothing brand in 14 September 2026. Building a clothing brand takes equal amounts of strategy and creativity. Learn from a project runway, learn how to identify customers and how hone your styles. Starting a successful clothing brand in 2026, nearly $2 trillion market takes more than a talent for designs, while pattern grading, sewing, and draping might be an essential for setting next season's biggest trends. Understanding the business sides of fashion required a different set of skill. Designer Sarah Donofrio, who appeared on Project Runway and successfully launched her own brand, know what it takes with more than two decades in the fashion industries, and she learned that running a thriving clothing company is all about balancing and the creative part of fashion with a grip on business essential. In this guide, learn from Sarah how to start a clothing brand from scratch with tips on the entire process from design to manufacture of marketing. Start selling clothes with Shopify today. The newsletter for entrepreneurs join million of self startings. And how it's starting a clothing brand in 14 September. Develop your own fashion designing skills, creating a clothing business plan, follow fashion trends, and build a strong brand design and develop your clothing line. Source fashion fabrics or design your own step up production and manufacturing for your clothing lines, building pricing and inventory strategies for your clothing business. Plan your cloth collection around seasons and pitch your clothing line to fashion retailers and build an online clothing stores. Market your clothing business online and open a retail stores, launch pop-up or sell at market. Learn from the props, develop your fashion designing skills. Self-taught designer like Westwood and Depardin show it's possible to thrive in fashion no matter your background. In the internet age, the basic of tailoring can be learned simply by watching a YouTube video. Sarah learned basically skills in a classroom, but found much of the fashion education was a giant on the job, working in corporate retails. And I wanted to work for myself, she says, but I felt that it was important to get experience. It took a long time to be confident enough that I could fill a store with clothing. Mm, Sarah is an advocate for spending a few years learning the ropes from other brands and designers. It took me a long time to be confident enough that I could fill a store with my clothing. She says, I think that I needed the time to grow and to be advice and experience. There are also growing number of online course for fashions industries. The check local. community college for virtual or part-time format are considered sites like masterclass and marks row academy. Creating a clothing business plan. Starting a clothing line requires many of the same considerations as starting many businesses and many businesses how much does it cost to start when should you pursue capital for your startup outside help with well, you need to navigate legal, financially, production, and distributions aspects of the businesses. Where and how will you produce your products? Dig in. Fashion brand business models. Getting clear on your business strategy will help you determine how much time, efforts, and funding will be needed to make your clothing brand happen. A few business model to consider are hand production, make and you sell your design directly to customers through your own website or at market and pop-ups, creating collection and produced pieces of clothing through a manufacturing, then sell your clothing line wholesale to other retailers. Print on demand designs, patterns, or graphic to print on blanks. T-shirt and cloth T-shirts and other clothing items using prints on demand service, selling online through your own stores. Drop shipping for clothing brands. Drop shipping for another path of launching a clothing business with minimal upfront investment instead of design and manufacturing your own piece. You partner with supplier who handle inventory and shipping while you focus on marketing and customers reflections for clothing dropshipping work, particular will even testing demand launch with a commercially selected of clothes items and validate you target market before investigate in customs designs. Completing your own designs, use supplier networks to add accessories or basic that complement your signature pieces. Starting with limited capital, begin selling immediately without the clothes of fabric, sourcing, manufacturing, or inventory strategy. And that's the ends of our video.